Module 21.3, Day 1. Volumes of comb. Content standard. Give an informal argument for this. Circumference of a circle, area of a circle, volume of a cylinder, pyramid, and comb. So this lesson will be working with the volume of a comb. Language objective. Explain to a partner how to apply the formula for the volume of a comb. Okay, so let's start with this part, explain 1. Finding the volume of a comb. The volume relationship for combs that you find in the Explorer can be stated as the following formula. Volume of a comb. The volume of a comb with the base radius r and the base area b pi r squared and the height h is given by the volume is equal to 1/3 times the area of the base times the height, or the volume is equal to 1/3 pi r squared times the height. So here is the shape of a cone. Right, so the base is a circle, so then the area of a circle is pi r squared. So then that's the area of the base. And the height of a cone is always from the vertex to the base that form a right angle. So this is your height. Okay. Right, so then we will use this for this formula. The area of the volume of a comb is 1/3 pi r squared times the height. Right, so for example 1, say that the figure represents a cylindrical paper cup. How many fluid ounce of liquid can the cup hold? Round to the nearest tenth. So hint that 1 cubic inches is approximately 0.554 fluid ounce. Part A, find the radius and height of a comb to the nearest hundredth. So the radius is half of the diameter. So here they're giving the diameter. So the radius is half of that. So we take half of it. So we know that the radius is 1.1. So to find the height of the comb, so we can use this drawing. So this is the right angle. So the radius is 1.1 and the hypotenuse is 1.8. So that's the height. So the Pythagorean theorem saying that if we take the height squared plus 1.1 squared equal to 1.8 squared. So height squared equal to 1.8 squared minus 1.1 squared. So from there, use your calculator to work this out. So then this is approximately 0.23. So then the height equal to the square root of 2.03. So we round this off to 1.42. Right, and then for part B, find the volume of a comb in cubic inches. So we're using this formula, so we're 1/3 pi, the radius is 1.1 squared, the height is 1.42. So when we work this out, this gives us approximately 0.573 pi, and then use pi as 3.14, so then this is approximately 1.799 inches cubed. Right, so then part C, find the capacity of a comb to the nearest tenth of a fluid ounce. So here we have 1.799 cubic inches, so convert using this hint. So 1.799 times 0.554 fluid ounce over cubic inches, so cubic inches, they cancel out. So when we work this out, this gives us 0.997 fluid ounce. Right, so let's go on to our next example. So this example is similar to what we just did. Right? So then right after Cindy buys a frozen yogurt cone, her friend Maria called her, and they talk for so long that the frozen yogurt melts before Cindy can eat it. The cone has a slant height, so this is called your slant height of 3.9 inch and a diameter of 2.4. If the frozen yogurt had the same volume before and after melting, and when melted, just filled the cone, how much frozen yogurt did Cindy have before she talked to Maria, to the nearest tenth of a fluid ounce? Okay, so similar to the one we just did. So first find your radius. So your radius is 2.4 inches divided by 2, so this gives 1.2 inches. So then this is your height. So we need to find the height. So the height is height squared. Let me erase that. So the height So the height square plus 1.2 square give us equal to 3.9 squared. So the height square equal to 3.9 squared minus 1.2 squared. So the height square is equal to 3.7. So then we take the square root of that. Okay, let me go back one more step. So this gives us about 13.77. So we take the square root. So let me change that. Square root of 13.77 is roughly 3.71. So we have to find the volume. So the volume we see that was 1/3 pi times the radius 1.2 square times the height 3.71. So when we work this out, this gives us roughly 5.579 inches cubed. So we convert it to the fluid. We take 5.579 inches cubed times 0.554 over inches cubed. So that's, they cancel out. So then this will give us roughly 3.09 fluid ounce. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. So then that's take care of step 4, step 3, and step 4. Right? Okay, so for number 2, find the volume of the cone, round to the nearest tenths. So here we are already given the radius, and you give the height already. So when you're using the formula V equal to 1/3 pi r squared times the height. So this gives us 1/3 pi times 1.9 squared times 4.2, and then from there just work this out. Right, so this is roughly 15.877, and this is in terms of millimeter cube. Okay, and for number 1 example, find the volume of each cone. Give your answer both in terms of pi and round to the nearest tenths. Right, so even though here we have our cone is slightly slanted, but the height is still 15 centimeter, and the radius is 4 centimeters. So the formula is that the volume equal to 1/3 pi radius squared times the height. So let's do part A. They wanted the answer in terms of pi. Right? So this is 1/3 pi 4 squared times 15 squared. Oops, it's not 15 squared, it's just 15. Okay, so this gives us 80 pi. So then part B, they round it to the nearest tenths. So then you can change your pi to 3.14. So this is roughly 251 near tenths of 0.3, and this is in centimeter cube, and this is also centimeter cube. Okay, so next example here, find the volume of the cone. Give you answer both in terms of pi and to the nearest tenth. Well, here we don't have the height. We have what they call your slant height. Right, so then we can use that to solve for the height. So we say that your height squared plus 28 squared equal to 100 squared. So then height squared equal to 100 squared minus 28 squared. So from there, just use your calculator. This gives us 9,216. So the height equal to square root of 9,216. So give exactly 96, and this is in terms of miles. So then your volume is 1/3 pi 28 squared times 96. So it would give us 25,088 pi. And then round this off to the nearest tenth. Give us 78,816.3, and this is mile cube. Right. So then for number 7, said at an ant lion is an insect that dig cone-shaped pit in loose dirt to trap ants. When an ant tumbles down into the pit, the ant lion eats it. A typical ant lion pit has a radius of 1 inch and a depth of 2 inches. Find the volume of dirt the ant lion moved to dig its hole round to the nearest tenth. So here we're given the radius and the height. Right? So the formula is 1/3 pi r squared times the height. So this is 1/3 pi times 1 inch squared times 2. So then this is 2/3 pi, and we want to round to the nearest tenth. So this is 2.09, so round this off to 2.1 inches cubed. Right, okay, so then that's the end of our day 1 notes. Okay, so you are to copy down day 2 notes